can't just want something and not have it. Like, I want something and you're telling me I can't have it? Absolutely not.
Hey y'all, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, hey boo, I see you coming back. Before I start this video, let me just say that if you're new or if you're lurking,
I can see you.
I see you. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe? You're already here. Today's video, as you can see from the title, we got a new puppy. Stick around to see our adorable puppy montage that we put together for you guys. So we had a dog before we got this puppy, and his name was Roscoe. And he at first was great. We loved him, he loved us, it was a great fit. He got to be really big and we still loved him. We still wanted to keep him. One day Horace came home from work and I don't know what happened, but Roscoe just like snapped. Horace came home from work and he was calling him to jump up on him like he usually does. And Horace was petting him, and while he was petting him, he just started growling. So Horace immediately was like, whoa. So he made him go lay down, and he was trained. He was very obedient. He knew to go lay down. He knew to go outside. He knew to eat. He knew to sit. Basic commands he knew. So for him to just all of a sudden start growling, we didn't know what was going on with him. We called the vet and they were telling us, sorry, no, there's nothing that we can do. That's not something that would cause him to act like that. That's a behavioral issue. You're gonna have to see a behavioral therapist. So we looked into it, and that's expensive. So we did our best with him to train him, and we kept him for quite a while after that happened until he started growling at me. So when he started growling at me, the thing about Roscoe is that before he would growl at you, he would let you pet him, he would let you love him, he would let you play with him, and then he would come up to you to be pet, and while you're petting him, he's growling at you. So I don't know what was going on with him. But then one day he growled at Liliana, and
Fam,
you're just too big to be growling at my baby, like,
I'm sorry.
so we winded up having to rehome him. It was really hard for us. I'm sure it was hard for him. We had to get rid of him. Since then, Liliana and Horace have been begging and begging and begging me for a dog. They just want a dog. They just want to have a dog. After Roscoe was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not doing that again. I don't want to have to go through that again. I don't want to. I'm not ready. And at the time I was pregnant, so I don't want a puppy. I already have a newborn baby I'm gonna have to care for, and a puppy on top of that?
absolutely not.
We do have another dog. Her name is Leela. I've had Leela since she was a puppy. It's been me and Leela ride or die since she was 6 weeks old and ready for me to bring her home. I've had her since 2009, so now she's 11, and she's old and she's cranky. And she doesn't like to be bothered with. Pretty low maintenance. She just sleeps all day and then eats. She lets you know when she has to go outside. She lets you know when she needs food. She lets you know when she needs water.
She's so easy.
So I was like, can't y'all just be happy with Leela? She's great, but she's very attached to me, so she doesn't really fuck with them like that, which that's not my fault. That she was with me her whole life. So they wanted a puppy. Occasionally we go to the Humane Society just to go play with the puppies and walk some dogs. It's good to get the girls out, but it's also good for the dogs because they need social interaction. So we love to go and do that. So one day we went to go do that, and you guys, every single time we've gone to the Humane Society, Leanna not once has ever asked me for a dog.
Never asked me for a dog.
So we go and we saw the most adorable little puppy I have. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. So I was like, we're not taking this dog home. We're not taking this dog home. But Liliana wanted him so bad. Of course, I sent a video to Horace and he was like, yes, bring him home. I want him. And I was like,
we haven't even talked about it.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to bring the dog home. So I was like, I need to leave the Humane Society because if not, I'm gonna bring this dog home. So I left.
Worst mistake ever.
So I wind up leaving. We come home that night. We talk about if we're really getting a dog. And you guys, I would have got the dog right then and there. But the thing is, here at my apartment complex, it's like $250 deposit for the dog, and then another $250 deposit that's non-refundable, and then it's $15 a month for pet rent, which whatever, $15, cool. But we're gonna pay $500 for this dog and then pay $180 to get him out of the Humane Society. So we were gonna be paying almost $700 for this puppy. And yes, we had it, but at the time quarantine was happening, everything was shutting down. We didn't know how long we were gonna be working. We didn't know what Horace's job situation was gonna be like. So I was like, it's not smart.
It's not smart.
We can't get the puppy, we can't get him. The next day I go to my mom's house and I show everybody the video, I show them the pictures, and everybody's like,
We need him.
and I'm like, I know, but we can't.
We can't.
So then on my way from my mom's house, I'm coming back home, and from my mom's house to my house, we actually passed the Humane Society. So my mom's driving behind us and I'm on my way home, and she calls me and she's like,
I think you should get the puppy.
and I was like,
Say less. Say less, fam. I'm on my way.
so I whip into the Humane Society and he's still there. But he has a card in his cage and it says that he's up for adoption. And so somebody there at the time was filling out adoption papers for him and they were gonna take him home. So we missed out on that puppy. But I'm glad he got a new home and I'm glad he got out of the Humane Society. He was so cute.
So then,
That really sparked the puppy urge in me. I was like,
I can't just want something and not have it. Like, I want something and you're telling me I can't have it? Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
so then I start looking
Vigorously.
for a puppy. Then quarantine happened, and so once quarantine happened, it seemed like everybody and their mother was looking for a puppy. We had been looking for a really long time. I was on the Humane Society website, I was on all of the pet rescue websites, I was on all of the websites I could find to like rehome a dog. I was looking everywhere, and we weren't really specifically looking for any breed, any type, anything like that. I looked in San Antonio, I looked in Kerrville, I looked in Bernie, I looked all of the surrounding areas. I was about to drive to San Angelo to go get a puppy. That's a like 3-hour drive there and then like 3-hour drive back. 6 hours I was gonna drive to get a puppy. That's how bad we wanted a puppy. As I'm making all these arrangements, it seems like I'm always just too late to get the puppy. I probably, no lie, probably filled out 15-20 applications for different puppies, and every single time I would get an email back and be like, I'm so sorry, he was just adopted out, or she was just adopted out but she has a brother or a sister. And then I would say, okay, cool, we'll sign up for the brother and the sister. And then that morning when we're supposed to go meet them, they'd be like, I'm so sorry, she got adopted yesterday. And I'm just like, can I just have a puppy, please?
Can I just have a puppy?
When I was in elementary school, I had a best friend and her name was Ashley. Hey girl, I know you watch my videos, shout out to you. So Ashley was on Snapchat and I saw her son playing with some puppies and I was like, oh my god, puppies. So I messaged her and I was like, hey girl, like, are you selling these? Like, what's going on with these puppies? We really want one. We've been looking everywhere. And so she tells me the story behind the puppies. She said that, yeah, we could have one if we wanted one. And I was like, what? Like, I will leave right now. Don't play with me. So we make arrangements for us to get the puppy, and it was actually my birthday. So I got dressed. I wasn't doing anything. Like I said, I was quarantined in the house, bored. I drove to my hometown and I met her there and
We got the puppy!
this is Chase. He is a miniature Dachshund. Right now he was 8 weeks old when we got him on my birthday, and that was in April. So he's like 4 months right now. He's probably 16 weeks or something like that. If my math is right, I'm really bad at math. Don't hold me to that. When we got him, he was so tiny. I could hold him in one hand. He was so small. And when I left to go get him, Horace, I didn't tell him he was a miniature Dachshund. I told him he was a Dachshund. He didn't really want a small dog. He always says that Lila's not a real dog because she's a Chihuahua and she's small. But we didn't want a dog that was going to be too big and outgrow our space. So we really kept that in mind while we were looking. So when I left to go get him, I didn't tell Horace he was miniature. And then when I saw him, I didn't expect him to be so small. And immediately I thought to myself, Horace is gonna tell me it's not a real dog. Horace is gonna give me such a hard time about this dog. But he was already ours, and it was what it was. He was gonna have to accept it. We're little in this family.
So what?
So I drove home with the puppy and I surprised Liliana because she had no idea. So I walk into my mom's house and I'll throw in the footage right here. 1, 2, 3, open! As you can see, she could have been more excited, right? Like, hello, I just got you a puppy. But she was staying the night at my mom's house and she just wanted to make sure I wasn't coming to pick her up.
Girl.
So I brought the dog home that night and I showed Horace and I was like,
Don't yell at me. He's a puppy. You wanted a puppy, so I got you a puppy.
Surprise!
and he was like, he's so small. And I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know he was that small, which... Miniature Dutch Hound April Christine, like, come on now. So now he's gotten so much bigger. His snout has really gotten a lot longer. He's gotten a lot longer. Horace makes fun of him. He says he's gonna call him LBZ for long body. And I'm like, you get on my nerves. Leave him alone.
He can't help he's built like that.
Honestly, he's a little shit with Leela. He's a boy.
Obviously.
And Leela's a girl. And he's so rude to her. He's always in her bed. He's always like wants to play with her. And like I told you, she's old. So she's like,
get out of my face.
it's like, she's not about it. She doesn't want to play with you. She does not want to mess with you. But he doesn't understand that. So they are constantly, he thinks he's playing. She's actually mad and wants him to leave her alone, but he thinks they're playing. So we're trying to get him to relax with Leela, and we try to play with him as much as possible. We'll go outside and throw his toy, or we'll throw his toy inside, or he'll run around with Liliana. So we just try to expend as much energy as we can. But you guys, I swear he's like an ADD kid. He has to be doing something at all times. And I know he's a puppy, but we've had puppies, and I've never seen a puppy who is this hyper. He eats puppy food and Leela eats senior food.
I don't know what
they put in senior food, but when he gets into her food, you should see him. He's constantly running. And I'm just like,
Chase, chill out. Like, sit down.
I don't know what is in senior food, but you know when he gets into her food, because his energy is just like 10. He's just like ready to
go.
So I don't know, he's crazy. So yeah, Liliana is so excited. She loves him so much. He's so cute. I know you saw the thumbnail of this video. I'll pop it up again. In this picture, everybody says he looks fake, and I'm like, he's not. Like, he's a real dog. We love him so much, and hopefully we can get him trained. When we got him, he was actually puppy pad trained, which was awesome. Camila just started crawling, so it's great that we don't have to worry about him peeing all over the floor and things like that. So over this quarantine, we're just gonna take time to train him and teach him and love him and cuddle him all the time. So yeah, that's Chase. And tell him, you got a new puppy?
Yeah.
Do you love him so much?
Not because he bites me.
He did. He bit. You want to show them? He bit her. Don't start. I don't know if he actually bit her or if he just scratched her. She's a storyteller, but I did hear it go down. Otherwise, before he bit you, do you love him so much?
No, Daddy, bite me all the time.
Well, Lil doesn't love him, but we love him. So he's adorable. What's his name?
Chase.
Chase.
Well,
Are you going to show them the footage that you took outside with him?
Yes.
Of you playing with him?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
All right, hit that big red subscribe button for me, the bell notification right next to it. If you hit that, it will notify you directly to your phone every time I upload a new video. So then you don't have to wait for me to post it on social media. You don't have to wait for me to post it on my stories. Here is my information. This is where you can reach me outside of YouTube. I'm pretty active on socials, so you can always see what I'm doing on there. If you like it, let us know in the comment section below. It helps me to interact with you guys. That's all for this video. I'm going to throw in a cute puppy montage. I hope you enjoy that. And until next time, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Chase.